Have you ever imagined that the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange, might have masterminded Tony Stark's heart-wrenching death? We'll explore the shocking truth about the Sorcerer's plan and the reasons behind it. Why would Strange want Iron Man out of the picture? Let's find out. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man took a heartbreaking turn in Avengers Endgame. In this movie, the Avengers faced their biggest challenge, defeating Thanos and undoing his devastating snap that wiped out half of all life. After Thanos snapped his fingers and wiped out half of all life in the universe, the Avengers were determined to reverse the effects of the snap. They traveled back in time to collect the Infinity Stones and bring them back to the present, where they could use them to defeat Thanos. In the final battle against Thanos, Iron Man was the one who ultimately snapped his fingers and used the Infinity Stones to destroy Thanos and his army. However, the use of the stones also killed our beloved Tony. But was it necessary? Or was everything a plan to get rid of him?
Tony. There was no other way.
Now, a theory suggests that Doctor Strange planned Tony Stark's death in Endgame. This theory is based on the fact that Doctor Strange saw 14,605 possible futures for the battle against Thanos, and in only one of those futures did the Avengers win.
How many did you see?
14,605.
Now, to explain it in a better way, let's rewind to the beginning. In the aftermath of the blip, Strange sets in motion a plan that revolves around Tony's ultimate sacrifice. But why would he do that? After all, Strange has the Time Stone, a glimpse into 14 million possible futures, and a clear view of the battlefield. Yet he lets Tony go head-to-head with Thanos, taking the beating of a lifetime. It's where this theory takes a wild turn. What if Strange's apparent inaction was a carefully calculated move? What if he didn't just see one winning outcome, but many scenarios where Thanos met his doom? What if, among those variations, Strange realized that Tony Stark's survival could spell disaster for the future? Now, there are a few reasons why this theory is plausible, but before we get to study the theory and reasons supporting it in detail, subscribe and make sure to watch till the end. Doctor Strange is a powerful sorcerer capable of seeing the future. He has shown that he's willing to make difficult decisions to protect the universe, and he would not hesitate to sacrifice Tony Stark if he thought it was necessary. In a scene cut from the movie, we can see Strange's sad reaction to Tony's death. One of the best things about Doctor Strange is how smart and practical he is. He's a doctor, so he knows how to make hard choices about which treatment is worth the side effects to ensure someone's life. As heartless as it may sound, he let Tony die because he believed he could become a threat for the future.
In the grand calculus of the multiverse, their sacrifice means infinitely more than their lives.
Moreover, in Doctor Strange's eyes, Tony Stark's survival could have spelled trouble for the future. Iron Man was the linchpin in taking down Thanos and making the ultimate sacrifice. As Doctor Strange considered a staggering 14 million possibilities, a master plan was made to safeguard Earth's future. Considering Tony's past with Ultron, a creation that spiraled into a global threat, there was concern he might repeat such dire circumstances. He could have created a new Ultron or even a more powerful being. Imagine if he survived Endgame. He could access Pym particles, wield a time machine, and navigate multiverse timelines at will. Doctor Strange foresaw a future where Tony Stark's power could become unparalleled. Armed with the knowledge of time travel and the Infinity Stones, Iron Man might become an unstoppable force. Tony, driven by a thirst for superiority, becomes consumed by the idea of traversing alternate universes, seeking out versions of himself that outshine even his brilliance. The prospect of unlocking endless dimensions might have led him down to a path of obsession, where his identity blends with an unquenchable desire for more and more. But that's not the only course that Doctor Strange might have glimpsed. Stark's rampant and unchecked power could have seen him transform into a cosmic dictator. Now visualize this tyrant ruling over galaxies, believing that his dominion was the only way to safeguard the universe. As his belief in his infallibility grew, so too might his methods have become more and more authoritarian. And then, the chilling scenario, a universe dominated by Tony Stark's iron grip, where freedom and individuality are smothered by the very hero who once fought for them. This version of Tony might have deemed himself the ultimate protector, but in the process, he might have lost sight of what he was fighting for in the first place, which is why he had to be taken out. But was there another way to defeat Thanos without his sacrifice?
How many did we win?
One.
The theory proposes that in the 14 million possible timelines, losses weren't always tied to Thanos' victory. Some outcomes indicated that Tony Stark could inadvertently lead to the Avengers' downfall post Thanos. He might have become a super strong hero, but also a big universe boss, or even wanted to destroy everything. Doctor Strange needed to ensure Tony didn't become too strong or flawed. There's a cool idea that in all those ways things could go, some were about Tony being a problem after they beat Thanos, so stopping Tony was as crucial as beating the Mad Titan. This is why Strange lies to Tony, telling him there was only one future in which they won. The truth is, it is most likely that there were other futures in which Thanos was defeated without Tony having to sacrifice himself, but only one in which they both perished. So it's again a hard pill to swallow, as Tony Stark was the heart of the Avengers. His brilliance often walks a tightrope between heroism and unintended catastrophe. It's like he's juggling dynamite while trying to save the world. Yet, faced with an immense moral dilemma, Doctor Strange aimed to eliminate Thanos and Tony in one fell swoop. Strange's grand plan might have been to remove this unpredictable variable from the equation. With Tony's sacrifice, the universe would be rid of Thanos and the potential ticking time bomb that Tony represented. It's a bittersweet choice made by a sorcerer who understands that sometimes the greatest heroes must step aside for the greater good. He acted out of necessity, like a doctor making a tough call for the greater good. And while this theory might turn Strange into a strategist bordering on the heartless, there's another side to the story. Maybe Strange's tears held back as he watched Tony's sacrifice were a testament to his agony over the necessity of this plan. Perhaps he knew that Tony needed to step into the shadows for the universe to flourish. The theory paints Strange as a guardian of reality, making the tough call that few others could. Is he a hero? Is he a puppeteer? Maybe he's a little bit of both. A sorcerer who maneuvers the pieces on the cosmic chessboard to secure a future where the universe can thrive, even if it means saying goodbye to one of its brightest stars. Or is this all just nonsense? Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. See ya.